The dream truck. Jake was a hardworking young man who had recently started earning more money than ever before. Every day on his way to work, he noticed shiny pickup trucks parked outside restaurants, gas stations, and office buildings. Social media constantly showed videos of lifted trucks, custom wheels, bright lights, and proud owners showing off their newest upgrades. Slowly, Jake began to believe that owning a truck was more than transportation. It was a symbol of success. One afternoon he visited a dealership, just to look. The salesman showed him a beautiful truck with leather seats, giant tires, touchscreen displays, and every feature imaginable. The monthly payment was over $900, but the salesman focused only on the payment, not the total cost. Jake imagined driving through town with everyone noticing him. Within hours, he signed the papers and drove away feeling like he had finally made it. As the weeks passed, Jake loved the attention. Friends complimented the truck, strangers looked at it, photos on social media received more likes than anything he had ever posted. Every morning he smiled when he saw it in his driveway. But behind the excitement was a growing list of expenses. The truck payment arrived, insurance increased dramatically, fuel costs doubled, registration fees were higher than expected. The excitement remained, but so did the bills. Jake ignored the warning signs because he believed success was supposed to look expensive. The hidden costs. Several months later, Jake noticed something strange. Despite earning a decent income, he seemed to have less money than before. Every paycheck disappeared quickly. The truck payment was only the beginning. Premium insurance cost hundreds of dollars each month. Large tires wore out faster and cost more to replace. Fuel prices fluctuated, but the truck always seemed thirsty. Oil changes were expensive. Small modifications turned into bigger modifications. One purchase led to another. Jake met his friend Mark for coffee one afternoon. Mark drove a 10-year-old sedan that was fully paid off. Jake laughed and asked when Mark planned to upgrade. Mark simply smiled and asked a question. "How much does your truck cost you every month?" Jake quickly calculated the payment, insurance, fuel, and maintenance. The number shocked him. Mark then asked, "What if you invested that amount every month instead?" Jake dismissed the idea at first, but the question stayed in his mind. That night Jake opened a compound interest calculator. The results stunned him. If he invested the money instead of spending it on truck-related expenses, he could potentially build hundreds of thousands of dollars over time. For the first time, he began to wonder whether the truck was helping him get ahead or holding him back. The payment princess trap. As time passed, Jake noticed something interesting. Many people he admired financially did not drive expensive vehicles. Some millionaires drove older trucks. Others drove practical sedans. A few owned luxury vehicles, but only after building significant wealth. Meanwhile, many people driving brand new trucks were living paycheck to paycheck. Jake realized he had fallen into what he called the payment princess trap. The trap works because people focus on appearances rather than net worth. Society celebrates visible wealth while ignoring invisible wealth. Everyone sees the truck, nobody sees the investment account. Everyone notices expensive wheels, nobody notices retirement savings. The trap convinces people that looking rich is the same as being rich. One evening Jake attended a gathering where several truck owners compared payments and upgrades. Instead of discussing investments, businesses, or financial goals, the conversation revolved around monthly payments, financing terms, and new accessories. Jake suddenly saw the situation differently. The trucks were not symbols of freedom. In many cases, they represented financial obligations stretching years into the future. That realization changed everything. Jake began questioning every purchase. He stopped trying to impress people who were not paying his bills. He started focusing on building actual wealth rather than displaying it. Choosing wealth instead, Jake made a difficult decision. He sold the truck and purchased a reliable used vehicle that met his actual needs. Some friends criticized him, others joked that he had downgraded. But Jake knew something they did not know. The money he saved every month would now work for him instead of against him. The first few months felt strange. There was no excitement from driving a flashy vehicle. There were fewer compliments and fewer social media likes. But there was something much better. Financial breathing room. His bank account started growing. His emergency fund expanded. He began investing consistently every month. As the years passed, Jake watched his investments compound. Market ups and downs no longer bothered him because he focused on the long term. While others upgraded trucks every few years, Jake upgraded his net worth. He learned that financial freedom often looks boring in the beginning. There are no flashy photos or exciting dealership deliveries. There is simply patience, discipline, and consistency. Eventually, Jake reached a point where he could purchase almost any vehicle he wanted. Ironically, by the time he could afford one, he no longer felt the need to impress anyone. The real definition of success. Many years later, Jake met a younger version of himself in the form of a coworker named Tyler. Tyler was excited about buying a new truck with a massive monthly payment. Jake listened carefully and then shared his story. He explained how easy it is to confuse appearance with achievement. He showed Tyler the difference between spending money and investing money. He explained that every dollar has a job. It can either buy status today or build freedom tomorrow. Tyler was surprised when Jake revealed how much wealth he had accumulated over the years. Jake's investments now generated income on their own. His financial stress was low. He had options, flexibility, and peace of mind. None of those things came from a truck. They came from making deliberate financial choices year after year. Jake's biggest lesson was simple. A vehicle should serve your life, not control it. If a truck helps you earn money, haul equipment, or run a business, it can be a valuable tool. But when a vehicle becomes a symbol of status financed by years of debt, it often becomes a trap. The payment princess trap is not really about trucks. It is about choosing appearances over assets. It is about understanding that true wealth is not what people see. True wealth is the freedom you have when nobody is looking.